students, welcome to Science Surfers. Today we are going to start the chapter Refraction and Dispersion of Light, Part 1. We have learned that light is a form of energy which enables us to see the object around us. In previous classes, we have already studied about some of the basic properties of light. We have learned that light normally keeps on propagating along a straight path in a transparent medium. However, it gets reflected when it falls upon a shining or polished surface. That phenomena is known as reflection of light. हम इससे प्रीवियस क्लासेस में लाइट के उस फिनोमिना की बात कर चुके हैं मिरर के केस में कि लाइट जब किसी भी पॉलिश्ड या शाइनिंग सरफेस पे पड़ेगी तो वहां से वो बाउंस बैक करती है. ओके, दैट फिनोमिना वाज नोन एज रिफ्लेक्शन. कोई भी चीज को हम अपनी सराउंडिंग में देख पाते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर फिनोमिनन only. Suppose we want to see this red toy here, so the light has to fall upon this toy and the light get reflected after falling upon that object and falls upon our eyes. Means when light falls on object, it gets reflected and reaches our eyes, then we see the object. So depending upon the properties of light, various phenomena take place in our surroundings, that formation of shadows, formation of images, mirrors, lenses, bending of light by medium, twinkling of star, formation of rainbows, etc. So we are going to discuss all these phenomena one by one. What happens when light strike a surface? जब light किसी भी surface से टकराएगी तो क्या होगा? We have already studied that some part of the light get reflected. हमने डिस्कस किया है कि कुछ पार्ट लाइट का रिफ्लेक्ट होगा, मीन्स इट विल बाउंस बैक इन द सेम मीडियम, बट सम पार्ट ऑफ द लाइट इज एब्जॉर्ब्ड बाय द मीडियम ऑन विच इट इज फॉलिंग. राइट, जब भी लाइट किसी सरफेस पे पड़ती है तो उसका कुछ हिस्सा जो है दैट अंडरगोज रिफ्लेक्शन एंड सम पार्ट ऑफ दैट लाइट इज एब्जॉर्ब्ड बाय द material. Now what is this absorption means here? यहाँ पर absorption का मतलब है कि that light transmits through that medium. Light उस medium में से transmit होती है. Okay, and while getting through that particular medium, it bends its path. And that bending in the path of light is known as refraction of light. So we are going to study about the same phenomena in this video. This is a very good picture which is showing both the phenomena of light. This is a picture of a log of wood lying in water. Here we can see the image of that wood by the process of reflection, and we can see the log of wood is appearing to be bent in the water because of second phenomena, that is refraction, which we are going to discuss. There are common observations that a pencil appear to be broken or bent in water. Similarly, with the straw placed in water, see, appears to be broken at the interface, right, of the medium. Spoon placed in water also appear to be larger in size as well as broken at the interface of the medium. A coin appear to be raised when put into water, or anything placed in the object appears to be at higher position than actually where it is present. An arrow seems to be changing its direction when seen through water. Actually the fish is here, but to the fisherman this fish appears here and he gets confused while catching it. So why all these apparent positions are there of different objects? That is because of a very common phenomena known as refraction of light. What is refraction? When light travels from one transparent medium into another, it bends its path. जब भी लाइट एक ट्रांसपेरेंट मीडियम से किसी दूसरे ट्रांसपेरेंट मीडियम में एंटर होती है तो वो अपना पाथ बेंड करती है. Okay, and this bending of light is called as refraction of light. और इसी बेंडिंग को हम कहते हैं रिफ्रैक्शन. अब जब लाइट किसी मीडियम में जा रही है तो इट हैज टू फॉलो टू रूल्स फॉर इट्स बेंडिंग, यानी वो किस हिसाब से बेंड होगी. नाउ वी हैव गॉट two type of media, where one medium which has got the density of the particle is higher. Okay, that is known as optically denser medium, and second is known as optically rarer medium, where the density of particle is less, right? So that is known as rarer medium. So a ray of light traveling from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. See, this is light ray going from rarer medium to denser medium. Actually, it had to go in this way, but it seems to bend its path. And if we draw a normal at the point of, this is the point of incidence, we see that the light ray appears to be moving towards the normal. See, actual बात इसका ये है, but यहाँ पर it has bent towards the normal. Normal की तरफ bend हो गई है. And when light travels from a denser medium to the rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. Like see, in this case, if we draw a normal here, then the light ray has bent away from the normal. Okay. Now we can easily explain the cause of the observations made in previous activities. Why does the pencil appear to be bent? See, the pencil is lying in water. And I have already told you कि हम किसी भी चीज़ को तभी देखते हैं जब वहाँ से reflected light हमारी eyes पर आती है, right? So pencil is there in water and we can see the tip of the pencil when the reflected ray comes and falls upon our eyes. So here the water is a denser medium and air from where we are watching the pencil is a rarer medium. Right, the ray of light while going from denser to rarer medium bends away from the normal, and if we trace them backward, they appear to be coming from a point above its actual position. So therefore, we are able to see the object at a higher position, and that is why it appears to be bent. Right. Similarly, the coin appear to be raised because the ray of light going from coin, that is from water to air, bends away from the normal when it falls upon our eyes, and it appears to be coming from a point that is above the actual position. Similarly, the position of fish, see, the ray of light are going from denser to rarer medium and bends away from the normal. See, if we trace a normal here, the actual path is to be like this only, but it is bending away from the normal, and if we trace that backward, it appears to be coming from a higher position. So what is the basic cause of refraction? Refraction का basic cause क्या है? We have already discussed in previous classes that light has a particular speed in particular medium, right? The light moves at its fastest speed in the vacuum, or we can say the air, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, or we can say 3 lakh kilometer per second. So whenever the light enters from one medium to another, जैसे ही लाइट एक से दूसरे मीडियम में एंटर होगी, सबसे पहले उसकी स्पीड में चेंज आएगा, because it has to cross that medium, right? So that change in the speed of light will make the light to bend towards or away from the normal depending upon the nature of the medium. Suppose you are moving through a crowded road, or you are moving through a lonely street, right? So on a lonely street or road, we just move at our own speed, at the fastest speed. But whenever we enter in a crowded road, we bend our paths, right? And even the speed also changes. So the change in the speed of light is the basic cause of refraction. So if the medium is having higher density, means optically denser medium will provide low speed of light. If the medium is denser, जितना dense medium होगा, speed of light उतनी ही कम होगी, और जितना rarer medium होगा उतनी speed of light ज़्यादा. मतलब rarer medium means particles बहुत दूर दूर हैं, तो light can easily move through that medium, right? So you have been given a table, like so you can see it is 3 lakh kilometers per second, एयर में 2.8 है, बट अप्रॉक्सीमेटली वी टेक इट टू 3. Then in water it is 2.25 kilometer per second, and in glass it is 2, and diamond it is 1.25 kilometer per second. So we can easily see that as the medium is becoming more denser, the speed of light is further decreasing, right? The bending of light can be easily observed when the ray of light passing through a glass slab. See, this is a glass slab. The light is entering from air. This is air and this is glass. And we all know that air is a rarer medium and glass is a denser medium. So it is going from rarer to denser medium, bending its path. Again, when it is going from glass to air, then path is again bent, right? So this bending is refraction. Right? So when the ray of light passes through rectangular glass slab, it bends twice at the air glass interface. जहाँ air और glass का medium contact में है, at that point the light bends its path, right? And we can see the path of light when it is going from air to glass, it is bending towards the normal, or when it is going from glass to air, it is bending away from the normal, right? Now if we draw a normal at this place, now we can see actual path light का देखो ये था, right? This was the actual path of light, but while passing through glass, it has bent towards the normal, and we can label the angle of incidence and angle of refraction and angle of emergence here. The angle between the incident ray and the normal is known as angle of incidence. The angle between the refracted ray and the normal is known as angle of refraction. The angle between the emergent ray and the normal is known as angle of emergence. And we can very well see in this diagram that the incident ray has to follow this path, but it is actually coming through this path. So this is emergent ray finally, which is parallel to the incident ray, and there is a lateral displacement of this ray. So we can write the two properties of emergent rays, that is emergent ray is parallel to the incident ray and it is slightly displaced. Okay. Now same thing can be observed when a ray of light passes through a triangular prism. What is a prism? A prism is a piece of transparent material bounded by two plane surfaces inclined at an angle. Okay, so he was Sir Isaac Newton, who did his well-known experiment when he passed a white light through a glass prism. He observed the emergent ray was received not as a white light, but a band of 7 color was appearing on the screen. ओके क्या हुआ कि सर आइजैक न्यूटन ने 1686 में एक रे ऑफ लाइट को मीन्स ही मेड अ नैरो पेंसिल ऑफ लाइट टू फॉलो अ ग्लास प्रिज्म. तो उसने क्या देखा कि व्हेन इट इज पासिंग थ्रू प्रिज्म द लाइट हैज डिवाइडेड इनटू 7 कलर्स. ओके, एंड 7 कलर्स आर in the same pattern which is shown here, and it can be remembered by using an acronym that is VIBGYOR. Okay, so 7 colors of the spectrum were observed as violet, indigo blue, green, yellow, orange and red, right? So this phenomena where a white light is splitting into 7 colors is known as dispersion of light, right? अब देखो ये dispersion क्यों हुआ? Okay, what is the reason behind this? Actually, the white light is made up of 7 colors, right? But in air, all the colors propagate with almost the same speed. यानी जो हमारी white light है वो 7 कलर से बनी हुई है, राइट? और एयर में 7 कलर्स की स्पीड ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर होती है, एक जैसी है, राइट? बट वेन एवर इट एंटर इन टू सम रिफ्रैक्टिव मीडियम लाइक प्रिज्म, Then the light rays of different colors propagate with different speed. Here the speed of violet color is minimum while that of red color is maximum. So we see here that red color bends the least but the violet color bends the most. So this is how we can see a colorful band made up of 7 colors when a white light pass through a prism. Very beautiful rainbow can be seen in the sky after rain shower, and this is because of this particular phenomena that is known as dispersion that we have just now discussed. Okay, what happens here, that after rain shower the droplets of water suspended in the air act like a prism and they disperse the sunlight into 7 colors and make this beautiful rainbow appear, right? So the basic cause of rainbow formation is dispersion of light, because the sunlight is considered as a white light and the white light passes through the droplets of water and splits into 7 colors. So here we have seen that the speed of light changes while going from one medium to another. Okay, so जब light एक से दूसरे medium में जाती है तो उसकी speed change होती है, right? Suppose the light is going from one medium to another, so the change in the speed of light will be there. एक मीडियम में कुछ और लाइट की स्पीड है और दूसरे मीडियम में कुछ और है. ओके, सो इफ वी टेक द रेशियो ऑफ द टू स्पीड ऑफ लाइट, दैट इज स्पीड ऑफ लाइट इन मीडियम 1 to the speed of light in medium 2, we get a relative refractive index of medium 2, that is V1 by V2. So, and if the first medium is air or vacuum, then the refractive index of the second medium will be known as absolute refractive index. That can be calculated by dividing the speed of light in air or vacuum by the speed of light in that particular medium, and it can be shown as n is equal to c by v. c जो है हम लोग speed of light in vacuum को represent करते हैं. Okay.